Good morning, friends. This is Dewey, and my Tech Talk topic for today is LIDAR, which you heard about in February. I'll expand on it a little bit. AR, which is augmented reality, and maps, which Google feels is so ubiquitous they can just call it maps. And then I'll be tying these topics together at the end. LIDAR is the acronym for Light Detection and Ranging. It's an active remote sensing system that uses light in the form of pulsed laser to measure distances. These laser light pulses and other data points generated by the system create accurate 3D information about objects and their environment by taking zillions of precise time measurements. Hughes Aircraft Company built the first LIDAR prototype in 1961. And a decade later, in 1971, the Apollo 15 mission used LIDAR to map parts of the surface of the moon. Two basic categories of LIDAR are airborne and terrestrial. LIDAR terrestrial mapping is considered to be unparalleled in depth and dimension for finding the distance between two objects and does so faster than radar or cameras. LIDAR is among a group of today's technologies that form the basic building blocks of automation. From basic applications in sensors to 3D printing, 3D scanning, modeling, smart cities, and so forth, LIDAR is transforming the world in many ways. Well, how about consumer applications? Back in February, guest presenter Bill James told us about the WISE robotic vacuum cleaner that uses LIDAR technology to map the area in the home to be vacuumed before its first time use, and then it remembers it for the future. Several weeks later, our security guy, Bob G., Security Bob, demonstrated his new WISE robotic vacuum cleaner and demonstrated its elegant LIDAR mapping technology. For those few who might not know, WISE is a home products company that was founded by former Amazon employees. Their products may be purchased from Amazon or directly at wise.com. LIDAR is the core technology that makes autonomous vehicles possible and has significantly changed the field of land surveying forever. And it allows archaeologists to create models that were impossible to create early. I said nearly, but they were impossible to create. In 2018, stunning 3D images of an ancient Mayan city in Guatemala were revealed when LIDAR digitally removed the forest canopy to reveal these ancient ruins. Unbelievable. AR is the acronym for augmented reality. Augmented reality is an enhanced image or environment as viewed on a screen or other display, and is produced by overlaying computer-generated images, sounds, or other data on a real-world environment. It's a technology that enables the user to view virtual content just like it might exist or would have existed in the real world. Using Point Cloud, LIDAR adds to the AR experience. So what is LIDAR Point Cloud? Point clouds are huge sets of points that describe an object or surface. With the help of drone technology, LIDAR can also be used indoors to scan an area and record its data points, which produces a point cloud that's used to create a 3D model. That's how it works. So why am I telling you all about this stuff? Well, it's because Jay Peters reported in TheVerge.com on March 30th, a few days ago, that Google recently announced that it will be making some big upgrades to directions in maps, including a new tool to help with indoor navigation. You haven't had that before. This is big, I predict. Google also announced that it's bringing its live view AR directions, augmented reality directions, to airports, transit stations, and malls. Live view directions let you hold your phone up, point your camera at the world around you, and see arrows and icons pointing you in the direction you need to go. I'm sure many of you didn't even know that you have live view in your Google Maps, but it's there, especially for walking tours. In the event you're not familiar with live view in maps, I'll help you. To access live view on your Android phone or tablet, First, enter a destination in the search bar or tap it on a map, and then tap directions. Above the map in the travel mode toolbar, we'll say that again, travel mode toolbar, tap walking. At the bottom center of your screen, tap live view. That's it, you're there. By the way, live view should be available to most IO users using maps as well. Finding it is similar, but just enough different that a search for instructions may be warranted. Map users will need to practice patience in waiting for the rollout of indoor navigation. Live view augmented reality indoors will be slowly but surely growing in coverage in the coming years. At this time, live view AR is only available in some malls in Chicago, Long Island, Los Angeles, Newark, San Francisco, San Jose, and Seattle. Internationally, Google will launch indoor live view in directions we'll try that again. Internationally, Google will launch indoor live view directions in select transit stations, airports, and malls in Tokyo and Zurich in the coming months, and more cities are on the way, the company says. Google is also planning to revamp the interface for picking your mode of transportation for directions on Android and iOS devices. Currently, Maps users have to toggle through different tabs to see more detail about different transportation options. But with a new interface that's coming soon, you'll just scroll through a list. Google says Maps will even be able to prioritize the modes you prefer and put those that are popular in certain cities, like the subway in New York, for example, higher up on the list. This new interface is set to roll out globally in the next several months. In addition to the directions interface, Google is adding a new type of driving route that's optimized for local fuel consumption. Environmentalists will love that. If the eco-friendly route has about the same ETA, estimated time of arrival, as the fastest route to a location, Maps will default to the more fuel-efficient route, though you can change that in the settings if you'd like. Google plans to make these new fuel-efficient routes available on Android and iOS in the US later this year. Google also plans to pilot a new grocery store pickup tool this summer with select Portland, Oregon-based locations of the Kroger-owned grocery store chain, Fred Meyer. The tool lets you share your location and estimated time of arrival with the store via Maps so that your grocery order can be ready when you arrive. I'm writing this tech talk on April 1st, and I suspected it was an April Fool's Day joke when I read the headline, Microsoft killed Cortana and no one will miss her. Happily, it was not an April Fool's joke. Cortana is gone. Yay! I've read that in the game universe, all AI, artificial intelligence programs, lose control of their faculties at the 7-year mark. Kind of weird. Since real life imitates art, Cortana, the digital assistant, will shut down just about 7 years after her debut. Finally, shortly before this time next Monday, when our TFS meeting begins, Joanne and I will be leaving our son's home in Superior, Colorado, and driving back to our Minnesota home. Now, if my Verizon phone's hotspot cooperates, it could be the first time that a TFS regular member participant will have taken part in a TFS Zoom meeting while riding in a car. We'll see if it happens. Thankfully, my wife, Joanne, is a good driver. Well, that's my Tech Talk story for today, and I'm sticking with it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a great day.